to the cloud. Oh, hi, Lens. Um, I never want you to lose sight of the bigger picture and what you're working towards. I never want you to get so caught up, and we're going to talk about circumstances. I never want you to get so caught up in what if I had you not look at your cloud office for 30 days and you just straight sold samples, operated out of your heart, showed up to all the Zooms, got on the work with me's, did Facebook Lives, and did all the things outside of logging on your back office and looking at that tracker, I swear to you, you would be a new woman and you would start. I always say, operating out of your heart or operating out of numbers because I've been in a spot. And one thing I've learned is when you're constantly focused on, okay, I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to fill this. I have to catch up with this person. Like you lose sight of the heart of what you're building. And I never want to teach you, I want to teach you how to build a business that you can unplug for a day and your business is still working for you. I want to teach you how to build residual income. That's what we're all working towards, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is belief because when I plan these notes out and I'm like, all right, I already have trainings on samples. I already have trainings on enrolling. You have everything you need on that team page. Okay. Everything you need. So many incredible leadership video trainings. And I go back to the core ingredient to where I'm at now. And it is my belief system. I need this admit feature, admit. Can someone help me how to turn this off? Because it is so hard to stay focused. I'm just going to keep clicking admit all. So belief, and I want you to think about your 2021 goals, and I want to talk about the power of writing down a goal. I want to talk about the power of no matter if you write that goal down and it takes 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, a whole year to cross off. Do you know how good you're going to feel when you put it to pen and paper and every day you woke up and you saw what you were working towards? That's another thing. When you wake up and you hop on a work with me, you get on a training, do you know like what you're actually working towards? Because it has to be bigger than grocery money. I'm just going to say it. If you're building something big, it has to be bigger than grocery money. It has to be bigger than, okay, I want to make $300 a month. I really need you to dig down and grab this belief that some of you haven't discovered yet. You haven't found yet. And belief is it's going to eliminate fear. And I really, really don't think that you can't go into 2021 and like you can't afford to let fear win this year. You can't afford to sit back in disbelief. Like I want you to think about in 2020, if every time you would have went live when you felt called, you would have sent that follow up when you felt called, you would have hopped on that Zoom, even though you were tired and exhausted, and that one aha moment would have struck with you and carried you through the rest of this year. Belief is where it starts because I can teach you how to edit your pictures. I can teach you how to do all these things, but until you actually believe in yourself and you have meaningful goals, I'm not just talking about like, oh, I want to get to 12K and I want to get a Denali. I want you to have meaningful goals. I want you to attach emotion to your goals. When you write those down, when I write my goals down, I come in my office every day. I'm just going to give it to you straight. I read this to myself every single morning. Hold on, let me find it. Because I need you to know the power of belief and the power of not looking at your circumstances and you actually look at the possibilities of what you can create. That's where it starts. Okay. Where are my goals at? My actions are a reflection of my values. I consistently make $17,000 a month on my account. I am debt free. I have a paid off BMW X5. I have $100,000 in my savings account. Money creates freedom for my family because of my hard work. I have been able to allow my husband to spend more time with our kids and start his own business because of this opportunity. And the most emotional one I keep for last, because this one makes me cry when I read it to myself. I have been able to provide my children with the most beautiful home to grow up in because of this career. And then I put measure your success by your service to others. I read that out loud to myself every single morning because even when I've had a bad morning, even when I don't feel like it, I need to wake up and know what I'm working towards. And when I look at those goals and I read them like they already happened, there's emotion to that. I envision, okay, what's it going to be like when we have our first Christmas? I was thinking about this morning. We had our first snow in Indiana, and I thought this time next year I'm going to have big beautiful windows. I'm going to be in our dream house, and we're going to have our first snow in our new house. Like I was envisioning it. I'm constantly attached to my vision, and it fulfills me. So when you write these things down, these goals, they need to be meaningful. It can't just be a rank, because your worth and what you create, it's not attached to a number, it's not attached to your rank, it's attached to your service to others. And I need you, and I titled this Stop Looking Backwards, because you're not going that way. And I want to share this with you. I learned this today on a training, and it says when we start to write down our goals, immediately the human mind, it's like, oh my gosh, you start to look for proof from your past to validate why you can't achieve that. You write, okay, I want to pay off X amount of debt. I want to pay off this credit card. Well, if I didn't pay off 2,000 this year, how am I going to pay off 4,000 last year? And do you know how horrible it is for your heart and your mind when you start writing down those goals? When you dwindle off of one negative thought, you're literally just limiting yourself. You start to limit yourself the second you write these goals down. So I need you to have a heart shift and a mindset shift, because this time last year, oh my God, I remember. So my son, he turned 7 in 4 weeks. Okay. Last January on his birthday, not even kidding, straight to my face, I'm telling you this. I remember I was paying so much money in debt a month, like 1,000 on this day, 3 days later, another 600 here. And then a couple days later, another 700 here. It was so much debt that I was overwhelmed. On my son's birthday last year, I had to wait till my money hit. We got paid on a Tuesday. His birthday was on a Tuesday. I had to wait till my money hit my account to take my son to Chuck E. Cheese on his birthday last year. I'm not even kidding. I had to wait till that money went in to my account to take my son to Chuck E. Cheese last year. So last year, I had to flip the script. I could have either said, I'm going in so much debt and my business is staying stuck. You know what I said to myself? My business is going to go up and this debt's going to go down. My business is going to go up and my debt's going to go down. And you know what I did? I stopped looking this way. I stopped looking that way. I stopped focusing on all the things I couldn't control. And I got back to what I was good at: enrolling, leading, Zooms, Facebook Lives, samples. Because for a moment, I lost myself trying to play catch up in what everyone else was doing and achieving. And I had to put my blinders on. And then 2019 tried to destroy me, tried to destroy a lot of us. 2020, my income has more than doubled. It's more than doubled. So his birthday this year looks a lot different. And if you wouldn't fight for that kind of freedom to more than double your income, knock out all of your debt, so much can happen in a year, but it starts with your belief. It doesn't start with that rock star you just signed. It doesn't start with anything. It starts with you believing in what you're capable of. And your current results right now are evidence of your past stories and beliefs. So every day when you wake up, what are you telling yourself? You guys, these things matter. You can't wake up and look in the mirror and say, oh, I haven't sold a sample in 3 weeks. This sucks. I haven't earned my free products credit this month. How are you going to get on Facebook Live and deliver that energy to get people in your inbox, to get people to want to lock arms with you? It starts, I don't think you guys understand that the core ingredient, your belief system, the way you talk to yourself, the way you believe in your capabilities, not so much in your circumstances, but in what you can create. In your mind, I wrote this down. Your mind will start working creatively when you make your goals about what's possible, not your circumstances. I need to say that again because that needs to pierce your heart. Your mind will start working creatively when you make your goals about what's possible and not your circumstances. So last year, my circumstances were a bunch of debt. My business was a little plateaued, but I chose to flip the script. I chose it in my mind. So I stopped blocking out all of the things that were bothering me and I said I'm going to level up. I don't care who's walking, I don't care who's jogging, but I'm putting on my running shoes and I'm getting back in the game and I'm going to fight to pay this debt off. I'm going to fight to build a $60,000 savings account. I'm going to fight to prove to my husband like I'm equipped to do this. And that's what I did. So you need to start right here. Before you take control of your social media, it needs to start in here. And you need to tell yourself, I am equipped. I am capable. I am a great enroller. I am a great leader. If you can exist it in your mind, it can exist in your future. And that goes both ways. So if you tell yourself, I've been here for a year and I'm not raking up, and you dwell on that thought, you're not going to go anywhere in 6 months. But when you tell yourself what you want to believe, it is psychology. Your mind starts finding creative ways to make that happen. So when I come down here in the morning and I look at that goal that says I consistently make X amount of money a month, when I look at I want $100,000, I'm like, I'm not going to get that by sitting on my butt and reading it. I'm going to get that by throwing on an audiobook, getting my mind right for the day, going and doing a Facebook Live, even when I look like a hot mess. It doesn't matter what I look like. It's about the message that gets across through that screen. And every time I go live, it's not about, I want to pierce people's hearts. And when I go live about this business, I don't just talk about the basics. The basics are amazing. I freaking love the $800 bonus and the auto bonus and all that stuff, but I pierce people's hearts with, why the hell are you so scared to get in my inbox? You told me 6 years ago that couldn't afford diapers. Like, why are you still waiting? We're going into a new year. When you pierce people's hearts with their fears, that's when they start to, like, people do not get in my inbox because of my success. I swear to you, and I don't post it a lot, but people get in my inbox because they feel that energy. They know, all right, if I lock arms with Katie, like, she's going to be doing Zooms. She has a community. She's going to answer my questions. She's going to show up, and I know she's not going anywhere. And I need you to ask yourself too, have that heart check. What's it like to work with you? You get to showcase that every day to your audience. What is it like to work with you? Are you consistent? Do they know that when they lock arms with you, they can trust you because your feet have been planted? Or are you in 1 month and then out, in 1 month and then out? Thinking bigger is a skill. And when you start to think bigger, when you start to write down those goals, and those goals should give you the heebie-jeebies, they should make you cry. I turn on worship music when I read my goals and I'm like, 100K in my savings. All right, I need to level up in my mind. I need to sell 10 samples a week. Because for me to build that, I need to get more equipped up here and I need to be more consistent in these other areas. And when you start to think bigger, you guys, it unlocks new levels of passion and fire. And when you feel like you're stagnant and when you're stuck, you don't need to do more. I feel like a lot of us think like, okay, I'm going to start working more. I'm going to hop on everything. I'm going to just put more time and effort into this. And you guys, your success is found in your service. Your success is found in adding value, contribution. And how many people are going to say, man, because of Katie, like I started getting over the fear of what people would think about me because of Katie. I started X, Y, and Z. Like, you need to add value to people. You can't just be the thriver. You need to be the woman that they trust. Like, man, when I lock arms with her, like, she's going to be there for me. She's consistent. She's always on these Zooms. I share every Monday night when I get tagged. I share that I'm on a team community. People want to be a part of that. And you need to show them what it's like locking arms with you. Okay? So I want you to think about where you want to go. And I want this next sentence to sink into your heart. Where you want to go in 2021, right? Because your business can double. Your business can double. Your income can double. That's all possible. And sink this in your heart, please. It's not who you are that's stopping you. It's who you think you're not. And I went through a season, and I know Lindsay went through it. I know Em went through it, and I saw both of them overcome it, where we all had to grow through something that tried to destroy us. Leadership is really, really hard. And when you start believing all these things about you, I'm telling you, girl, for you to take your business to the next level, it starts with you and the way you believe in your capabilities to lead other people and to serve other people. Because people When they get in your inbox, they're not going to join you because you're cute or you're pretty. They're going to join you because you pierce something in their heart. I always talk about the grocery store, always, because that's my freedom. And I don't care if it's repetitive. Every day when I go to the grocery 2 or 3 times a week, I talk about how that's my freedom. I talk about how 7 years ago I would have to physically check my bank account. Okay, I have 170. I have to add up everything I'm spending and make sure I don't go over that plus tax. That pierces hearts, not a BMW. Is it fresh and nice? Hell yes, it is. But that's not why people get in my inbox. They get in my inbox because I pierce their hearts with my story. And I talk about where I was, and I need you to intermingle this when you share the business. I talk about where I was, where I'm at, and where I'm going. And a lot of you are like, well, I don't have a story. I'm not successful. Like, success is found in your service. Like I said, imposter syndrome, that's when you're tying your worth to values in numbers. And my worth isn't that I've almost made X amount of dollars this year. My worth is in all of the women who said yes to this business because I was brave enough to say yes. Can you think about your impact for a second and what it could actually look like if you started taking the way you showed up on your social media, you started taking off all the weight you're carrying and you just started being you. Like, I need you to focus on that because sometimes in this industry, you can get caught up. You get caught up in trying to be a boss babe. You get caught up in trying to look like this and say the right things and be inspiring. And before you know it, you lose your shit before you even make a post because you don't know what to post. Your success is found in your service to others. Add value to people's lives when you post, when you share things, when you show up and you do a Facebook Live video, even when you're nervous. So please, when you write down these goals, and you better have your goals written down for the year. I want to know what you want to accomplish next year. And if you're telling me, well, I want to hit 4K, I need you to double it. I need you to say, I want to pop 3 4Ks next year. I want to pop 4 4Ks next year. Some of you, you're limiting yourself by just writing down those goals because of your circumstances and what you've achieved. Like I said, when you start to unlock that little key, there's like a little key right here and there's a box and it's like thinking big. And when you unlock it, your mind starts saying, all right, she wants to build 10K in her savings. Okay, let's do this. And that's why every day when I wake up, I listen to an audible, I listen to a podcast, I get my mind right. And I'm so focused. I'm so focused on the long-term vision. And I was talking about this on a live an hour ago. Your impact, I need you to think about, especially if you have kids, they get to watch you. And how amazing is it that some of your kids, they're gonna watch mommy start at zero and they're gonna watch mommy build $100,000 a year from home. They're gonna watch mommy become a millionaire in her company. When I think about this is what I talk about vision, it's not just a goal. When I think about that house next year, that I'm able to buy because I've rented a house for 7 years because of my debt to income ratio. 7 years of not giving up. When I think about that dream office, I don't think about like my trophies in there. I think about how many phone calls and Zooms and FaceTimes I'm going to have of the women I get to help. I think about how many times I'm just going to get on my knees in that office and pray that I'm so grateful I persevered through every season. I'm so grateful I kept going when she said this about me, even though I knew it wasn't true. I'm so grateful I kept going because my family gets to reap the blessings of my hard work. That is generational impact. When your kids get to have the birthday party where they want to have it, and you don't have to say, honey, we don't have money for that. Let's wait for that next year. That's impact. When your kids get to see mommy's business pays the bills, mommy's business took us to Disney World. Don't you want your kids, and I'm sorry if you don't have kids, this is weird, but don't you want them to grow up and see like what mom's capable of? My mommy changed a lot of lives. She didn't care what the world thought. She constantly instilled in us that we were created for more, that we were created for greatness. Because if you're going to tell your kids that, you better be taking that same advice to yourself. You better be looking in the mirror and saying, I'm beautiful, I'm equipped, I'm powerful, I'm a great leader, I'm a great mentor, I'm a 6-figure earner. For years, okay, years in my old house, I would have my goals written on my fridge. And they probably looked insane to my friends who came over. And you know what was on that fridge? $6,000 a month. It was on my mirror. It was with lipstick. I wanted $6,000 a month. And if I would have gave up because that was taking too long, 3 years later, that $6,000 a month can turn into $6,000 a week. But it comes with you continuing to show up for your vision every day. And I never discredit it. And I think that's why, and they're going to go into 2021 with the same old shitty mindset that didn't serve you in 2020. You don't value what you have. And the Bible tells you, here I am with my Bible verses, but I just need you to understand the law of sowing and reaping that started in the Bible. Okay. It's a parable in the Bible. And when you give small, you reap small. When you give big, you reap big. When you give nothing, you reap nothing. Literally, 2 Colossians chapter 9. When you give nothing, you reap nothing. And another powerful verse I have written down, and I think this plays the whole role for tonight's topic, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. When you start believing in what you're capable of building, so much can change. And I told Britt this the other day, I said, people think in this industry, like when you hit a certain amount of money, that's when you're going to be happy. And I'm like, it's the woman you've become. It's the woman who's confident in who she is. It's the woman who got people tried to tear her down and like she doesn't even blink her eye at it anymore. It's the woman who's so confident in her purpose and her gifts, and she knows where she's going, that like you can't F with her. You just can't. And that's who I have fought to become. And the money starts aligning with you when you get to that level of boldness and confidence and energy. I don't entertain, like, I need you to, all of this plays such a big role. And I think we don't understand the impact of our daily conversations. Like, you should be talking to people who don't make you feel bad for dreaming big. I can't hang out with people when I tell them I'm going to remodel my parents' kitchen for Christmas. I can't like hang out with people who are going to be like, oh, that's cool. Like, I need people that are going to be like, hell yes, girl. Like, what's next on your list? Tell me what you want to accomplish next year. I need people in my circle who are going to bring me more energy, who are going to believe in me. Your circle, your daily messages, who you're talking to the most, that matters, and that plays a role. And when I get around my old group of friends and they're still gossiping and they're still doing this and they're drinking, and I'm like, I don't even want to hang with y'all. Like, I want to go back to my thrivers. Like, I want to talk about goals. I want to talk about impact. I want to talk about the kind of woman we can become when we don't gossip, when we don't screenshot. And I'm telling you these things because the more confident you can become in yourself, your business is going to get better. People are going to start trusting you. They're going to say, you know what? I want to join her. Like, her glow up, not only her weight loss, but her glow up internally. Like, I'm ready. Like, so many people reach out to me because they're like, you're so bold about your faith. You're so bold about your vision. I'm like, hell yes, I am, because I know where I'm going. People want to lock arms with women who know where they're going, not women who stay still, who stay stuck. No one's going to want to move with you. They want to move with people who are going bigger and better places. And when you're bold about it, you're straight up telling the universe, like, let's go, game on. The universe doesn't like needy, desperate energy. So when you're like, ugh, I need to make $25, and you scramble around to try to make $25, the universe can feel that icky, slimy, whatever it is, energy. It all starts with you and what you tell yourself, okay? Erase fear with faith. And I know that sounds really cliche and really corny, but I want you to think about that every time before you go to send a bold follow-up to that promoter you want to join. Every time you go Facebook Live, every time you go to make a post, but you think it sounds stupid, I want you to picture like a little emoji version of me in your head dancing, saying faith over fear, faith over fear. I need you to start operating out of faith and not operating out of, can I tell you, I'm at a point in my life, and I wasn't like this 3 years ago, God bless. I am at a point in my life where I don't give a shit about likes. I don't care. Like, my Facebook, like, sometimes it gets 7 likes. I'm like, cool. Like, I'm about to hop off here and go back to Instagram because y'all are a bunch of Karens. I don't care about who likes my post, how many comments I get. And it took me a level of confidence to get there, because it sucks when you're like, I spent such a good time creating that content. No one's gonna emoji me below for samples. I am not at that level. I'm like, you know what? No one commented. Great. I'm going on my Insta stories and I'm about to sell 10 samples through here. I'm not focused all of my energy on what's not working, because when you're focused on that, you're just dwindling down in that negative energy. So, one, action steps. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll read that Bible verse at the end. Okay, so action steps. I need you to keep track of who reaches out to you. If you want to take your follow ups to the next level, so every time we have a bonus release, we have new promotions coming out, you need to contact people. Okay, so I need you to get a little planner. And if you can get a nice one, great. If you can go get one from TJ Maxx or Marshalls for $7, great. You need to get a planner and you need to have, okay, Wednesday nights, Zooms. If you're on Lindsay's team, Zoom nights for that. You need to plan, okay, Wednesday nights, husband, I have Zooms at 7 p.m. So you need to take care of bath time. You need to be committed to growth. I don't just want you committed to money, because if you're committed to money, you're gonna fart around and get tired. You're gonna get burnt out and you're gonna get exhausted. You're gonna be like, oh my God, this is not worth it. I need you to be committed to growth. Because if you can meet me halfway and we can be half income, half growth, we're gonna go together higher than just the I want to make money. Okay. Write down your January 21 goals. I will enroll every month. I write down sample buyers, promoters, customers. I write down how many I want to enroll. And I don't think it's a coincidence that the months that I'm like, shit, that was not a good month. I didn't plan effectively, but the months, just the first of the month, I go through and I send follow-ups to every single person who ordered for me. I let them know how important their order was. If they spent over $100, they do get a little Starbucks gift card virtually sent to them. I let them know if they want to keep an auto ship with me, I'll send them credits for their shipping. And I let them know that I go to the post office once or twice a week. If you want to try anything, Activate, peppermint shakes, plus line products, just I'll send it out to you for free. Customer service goes a long way. And I have built retention on both accounts to where we're both thriving for free because of my customer service. And my next goal is to get the auto elite bonus, which if you don't know this, when you go 40K, that 800 can turn into 1600 for your auto bonus. And you have to have 12 customers on auto ship. My customer service needs to go to the next level. It needs to excel because I don't deserve that elite auto bonus yet. I need to excel at my customer service. My customer service, it's going to a new level. That's my goal. So I need you to write down what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, what you want to pay off. Because hello, hi. Last year when I was in debt up to my eyeballs, I didn't care. I said, you know what? March, I want 5K in my savings. May, 10K. April, 15K. Scared the shit out of me, but I did it. And every month, brr, 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 I literally crossing them off, paying off debt. The magic of writing down your goals and not just writing them down and staring at them and farting around, but writing them down, taking your belief and your energy and your actions all aligned together to the next level. You're consistent, your social media posting and all that is doubled. And to the next level, magic will happen. But like I said, it starts in here first. So we're going to take your self-beliefs to the next level because just like I said, your inner confidence is not going to come from when you hit your next rank. I know you might think it is, but it's not because I've been doing this for 7 years and my confidence has came from every damn day when I picked myself up. When I lost my rank for 18 months, I said, I'm getting it back. I'm showing up. You're leaving? Cool. Bye. I'm on to sign my next rock star. That is my favorite thing I've ever learned from Lindsay. She's like, when someone leaves, I'm like, cool, I'm about to go sign my next 40K. That level of mindset is bomb. When you are constantly stuck in survival mode and like, oh, so and so quit, great. It's fine. They're not equipped enough to level up and go to that next level with you. And when I always say this to my girls, I'm like, when you're on that stage, because some of you, you're going to have 200K signs in your office one day. Can you imagine that? Just tuck that in your heart. When you see your team and they're in the crowd and they're crying and they're so happy for you and they're rooting for you, what kind of qualities are they going to have? Because I know the qualities in my leadership team. I need them with faith. I need them with vision. And I want them to be like, they persevered with me through every damn season. They weren't just there when sales were great, vacations were earned, bonuses were earned. They were there when we had to fucking drive that shit by ourselves through a storm. And I know who was there. I don't value how fast people promote. I don't value how quickly you can come in and XYZ. I value your level of dedication to show up and serve your team endlessly, no matter how hard it gets for you. That is entrepreneurship to me. That is the definition of a leader. When you keep going, even when you feel like your wheels are falling off, you put people on your back and you carry them to the next level of greatness because you're showing them it can be done. Because I've been there in the waters. Oh my God, January 2019 was the hardest month ever. Oh my God, worst month ever. But I didn't dwell in that. I didn't dwell in my sales going down, my team leaving, all these crazy things I couldn't control. I said, it's time to level up. I don't have a lot of money in my bank account, but I'm going to invest in a monthly coaching program where I can pay monthly. I was ready to level up in my mind because my family deserved this, because I knew I was having a baby in 6 months and I wasn't about to be telling myself the same old pity story. Oh, I just had a baby and I lost my rank and my team left. Wow. I'm going to be like, I'm going to have a baby and I got my rank back and I got it stronger. And I was making $10,000, $12,000 a month by the time she was here. It all starts in what you tell yourself. Like I said, tomorrow is a result of your beliefs and the way you talk to yourself today. Every day when I wake up, when I'm brushing my teeth, looking in the mirror, I'm like, it's going to be a good day. I'm going to change some lives. Even if I have a bad morning, even if something doesn't go my way, I tell myself it's going to be a good day. God, use me to advance your kingdom. I'm here to change lives. I'm not here to be an icon. I am here to impact other women and build this kingdom. So, your confidence, reels, use them, utilize them. Okay. It will grow your Instagram. Talking about the business. If you can't deliver a message of confidence about yourself, no one's going to want to join the business with you. And I hate being so blunt, but no one's going to want to spend $200 with you if you don't even believe in yourself. Okay. So self-belief, next level. Do Facebook Lives, even though they scare the shit out of you, just do them. They're going to grow your confidence. It's going to grow your connection. It's literally like you're sitting in a Panera Bread with a bunch of people and you're the host and you're talking. It opens up a new level of connection for your followers to say, man, there's someone scrolling right now, and this needs to be a gut check for you. There's someone who has like, they're Googling how to make money from home. They're Googling like top MLMs to work for, and they're scrolling right past you because your self-belief sucks. And I'm saying this because I've been in your shoes. Everything I'm preaching to you, I'm not like, oh, I'm better than you. I've been there when I lived in imposter syndrome and I thought I had to post this and do this like all these other people. And then when I unlocked that box and I broke out and I was like, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be bold about my faith. I'm going to be bold about my vision. I'm going to be bold about my struggles. My business started booming when I took off all these like, what's the word? All these things that were holding me back. I broke free and I'm like, I'm going to be the best version of myself. And I'm going to attract women who want to grow with me and serve with me and build with me. So like I said, it's not who you are that's holding you back. It's who you think you're not. And I'm going to end this with two things. Ooh, this was already 35 minutes. I wanted you to know I'm proud of you for being here. Literally wrote these down. I'm proud of you for fighting for your vision. I'm proud of you for not giving up. I'm proud of you for doing the hard thing over and over, because there's going to be some of you, and I'm not like trying to like blow smoke up your ass, but you're going to have your biggest breakthroughs next year, your biggest financial breakthroughs, your biggest breakthroughs with your business. And it's going to be from the work you did October, November, December. You're about to have big breakthroughs because you stayed consistent during the summer, during the fall, and your breakthroughs are about to be unlocked. And I want to end it on this. I don't even know if I touched on everything, but one of my favorite Bible verses, it says, do not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. And I want you to think about your harvest. I want you to think about in 6 months from now. Oh my God, girl, your business could literally flip. Like I've seen it firsthand where I picked myself up and my business has done a 180. My enrollments have done a 180, but the leadership I've developed has done a 180. So much can happen. I want you to think about your harvest, but I also want to say at the proper time, you will reap your harvest if you don't give up, not on your time, okay? At the proper time. So I need you to think about that long-term fruit. I need you to think about that harvest and what it's going to feel like for you. Because I know for me, I tell my husband, I'm like, I can't wait to go buy rocking chairs from Cracker Barrel and sit on our front porch and listen to the crickets chirp at night, knowing like we built this freaking life. We worked our asses off for this house. You believed in me for 7 years, and it took 7 years to buy our dream house. And you know what's going to buy our house? Our Lavelle 1099s. Nothing else. That's powerful. And if that doesn't light a little fire in your butthole to take your self-belief and your business to the next level, I don't know what will. Please get over yourself and finish this month strong. Kill this promo, start taking care of your mind in the morning, worship music, podcast, whatever you need, and run. Okay? Because you got this, Bill. I love you guys. I hope this impacted your heart. Have a good night.